5 p.m. straight up on this Saturday, May 31st, 2025, the last day of May. And um, I might have to dim this down, huh? We are completely whited out, of course. And sources say that it's due to wildfire smoke from Canada. Um, yeah, okay. You know, well, let's just say there's been quite a little bit of air activity that's been kicking off today. Um, we had one of those large whistlers that flew overhead a few hours back. Had quite a few small engine aircraft buzzing around and around. Um, but as far as those streamer planes, yeah, yeah, like we'd be able to see any evidences of those, but guaranteed, they're still active. There's just no doubt about it, especially here in the state of Michigan. But okay, so there's been a little bit of a theme to my narratives today, and it's been about narratives. And so I have another narrative video that's quite upsetting to me. Um, I am very proud of that so-called time loop theory. Well, more and more, as I have stated in the past, more and more channels are coming out with time loop topics, let's say, and explanations of time loop scenarios. I'm quite upset because I am already seeing what is happening, and I'm going to explain it to you right now. Here in the near future, it is going to come out as scientific proof of some nature that our reality is indeed trapped within a time loop scenario. I am basing this on my observations of this platform and what other channels have been pumping out in regards to said time loop scenario. And for the most part, the explanations are okay. But this is the situation. The majority of these time loop scenario explanation videos is geared towards the younger generations and through explanations in regards of time loops within video games. Okay, so they are now using technology to explain something that is not well known. So they are programming already through video games and through certain content on certain channels. Okay, so what's wrong with that, Morgan? You promote the time loop theory of that time loop scenario. Yes, but, and this will be a mainstream narrative in the future, okay? This time loop scenario. And it's going to be linked in with that so-called matrix or simulation theory, which is far from the reality of what is. Furthermore, the way that they are explaining this to the younger generation is in repetitive forms and, well, rather quickly. So you are being blasted boom, 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 with very fast narratives and through repetition. And the thing that really irritates me is what they are leaving out and what they are basically naysaying, and that is the factor of reincarnation. Because if you are caught in a time loop scenario, you are in that reincarnation aspect of reality. They're leaving that out. And furthermore, they are leaving out consequences or karmic karmic actions and reactions. So they are putting out misinformation and disinformation in order to cover up the realities of reincarnation, but yet they are going to still put out a scientific approach to explaining the time loop theory. Okay, and this is much akin to the string theory. All right, because once again, remember, I use that as an example, and this is wrong, people, because once again, they are doing a reset, and they are, resetting the minds of the next generations into basically what will be a new religion. And this is not how it is to be. Because being spiritual does not mean being religious. Once again, religion is man-made. And it is not of the spirit. Because that is a totally separate level. I'm quite frustrated with this. So frustrated. Wow, I can't even see. I've got the lighting dimmed all the way, and I can't even see the sun. I mean, it's just all glare, glare, glare. But anyways, usually I will add links into the description to back up my content or to, further endorse other channels' content and to help those creators out. This is not the case. I'm going to go ahead and provide 2 links to show you exactly how this time loop scenario is being explained and how it is being programmed. Not only just into the newer generations, but all these gamers out there. Okay? Young and old. So, if you're going to explain something, you have to explain it in its full nature if possible. And leaving out the critical aspects of reincarnation and, karmic rewards and punishments and all that, it is very deceptive. And it gets you nowhere but coming back again. And basically, that is what some of those controllers out there want. Which a lot of that is explained within those time loop chronicles in the audiobooks, okay? Check out these links. You don't have to watch them all. Just enough to actually understand what I am getting at, because they do. They make it out as though, okay, you can go ahead and live your life and do whatever you want because there's no consequences, because they don't fall over into your next life. That's what they're preaching. That there's no consequences, because once you cross over into that next lifetime, you don't remember the previous. That's false. That's another false narrative. That's what hypnotherapy, hypnogression is all about. It's to unlock hidden memories, and possibly even before you were born. And there are a lot of documented files through research. It's been done over many, many years on that. And remember, you have CIA files out there. I talk a lot about this stuff. And of course, you also have these videos through the Freemason Society that also speak on these matters. The time loop theory is real, people, but you need to get real in your understanding, unless you want to come back over and over and do the same thing over and over, whether you had a good life, bad life, or indifferent. Doesn't matter. We are reincarcerated through reincarnation, and there is a way out. But until you can find that out for yourselves, you know, I could talk until the sky goes blue. But I won't. But if you will check out those links, those videos, and possibly understand where I'm coming from with this, let me know. But then again, I don't think many of you out there really get it yet. Take care. We'll see you once again back here on this flip side.